It's the end of the week, and so it's time to take out the trash. Okay, Brett, clearly the mummified mom guy isn't gonna be your garbage person of the week. Who is going to receive that great honor?
Check out that video, by the way. Okay, so my garbage person of the week is collectively a lot of people who are like in this category of the vaxlash, like the backlash to the vaccine sort of mandate, especially for federal employees and people who are just wildly misremembering history. So first is Jim Jordan. We have a tweet of Jim Jordan who back in the day said, like a few days ago said, vaccine mandates are un-American, which is insane. And then also lately, as we didn't get a chance to show it earlier on, he said first they came for your guns and then they came for they told you couldn't go to church, and now they want to mandate a vaccine. They're coming for your job. That dude. And then also here is a video that was going viral this morning of a guy who doesn't seem like he's in the military and hasn't actually said it yes or no one way or another, but his aunt is in the military and his grandfather updates him on text messages sent by the Secretary of Defense. So here's a sample of the kind of reaction. Take a look.
So I'm wearing my upside down flag today, and I think that's appropriate because it signifies an America that's in distress. And maybe some people don't know this, but my dad just let me know this. A text message went out last night from the Secretary of Defense to all the active military personnel saying, by 10 a.m. you have to go get the magic potion or you're going to be court-martialed. And so as a result of that, 12 F-22 pilots, the most highly trained pilots in the world, walked off the job. That's 12 million dollar aircraft grounded now. A dozen of the best pilots in the world, thousands of hours of training, millions of dollars of training, off the job.
Off the job. All right, so that happens. He then later says and they, those people protect Taiwan. I'd hate to be Taiwanese right now. Buddy, you're a deserter. I don't know who you are, and I don't even know if this story that he's spreading is true. I spent some time this morning trying to verify whether that account is accurate or if this is the kind of thing that people just pass around that was the original definition of fake news. But that's not my point here. My point here is the kinds of arguments that people are making in the wake of this that just don't hold up either logically or historically. So if we can go to this graphic that's from an article in the Washington Post, I don't have it in front of me, so I'm going to read it when you toss it up there. But so yeah, he said with F-22s grounded, you can kiss Taiwan goodbye. I would hate to be Taiwanese right now. But also the other one from the Washington Post, did I not have it? Anyways, George Washington, I'll read it to you right now. George Washington said in 1777, George Washington mandated inoculations for the soldiers under his command in the Continental Army, writing that if smallpox were to break out, quote, we should have no more dread from it than from the sword of the enemy. So George Washington mandated vaccines to be delivered to his army, our army, so that people would not die from smallpox during the Revolutionary War. So if you're against that, you're un-American. If you're gonna decry critical race theory because everything the founders did, whether misguided or not at the time, was in keeping with the great American promise, then you are espousing your own critical race theory in this situation because you're saying that actually the president, the first president of the United States was un-American, and America was founded by evil, terrible, no good, very bad people. Yeah. And you are doing that. It's so stupid.
I love the stuff that you're totally right. And yeah, and look, we know many of the people they now follow have previously been in favor of mandates. And again, it's not a mandate. And members of the military have had to be inoculated against a million different things forever. But I love what's not said. So he's like, they walked off the job. Well, but should they have? Like you just said that they went through thousands of hours of training and millions of dollars of training, and they've trained their minds and their bodies, and they did all that, and they won't take the vaccine, assuming your probably fake news story is actually true. Should they have denied it? Why is that where they draw the line? They're willing to do all this other stuff. They've done all this other stuff, but they won't take the vaccine. And you think that they're the good guys in this story? That seems weird.
One of our producers, a Navy veteran, he said like when he got deployed, he had to take vaccines to go get deployed. You had to take vaccine. Like that's part of it.
Yeah,
that's all this is.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.